Okay. Oh. I really don't understand why it's not working. is not going how I planned it to. I had a really cool opening and everything, but I cannot figure out how to get YouTube to display on this. Also, not even the appropriate title for the stream. Not the one that I put it anyway. I had it set up, but now it's just a generic one. Doesn't. mm, oh, I think is that. um,
My birth and past are tainted.
this is
I
just.
fight to reclaim them
This is
each
just
day.
showing a. This is just showing a whole video. How did I manage this? I, you know what? I guess this works. It's not how I planned it to go, but this could work in my favor, potentially. Alright. As long as it's not cut off or anything. Right, I just need to, rename the stream because for whatever reason it changed. And I have no idea why. Come on. Eh. Um, Okay. Ow, that's loud. Oh, that's loud. Okay, okay. So what I was going to do is I was just gonna have this whole oh yeah, ads are still gonna be a problem, of course.
What can you tell me about the Baron?
He's a narcissistic sociopath, experimenting on humans like they're
All
lab
right.
rats.
Well, that means
Shine like the beast. Pre-order now.
Finding your Zen zone starts with U-Theory Ashwagandha, natural stress relief rooted in science.
I was going to have this show. This means something. This, but I'm not gonna spoil it.
My peoples. In these hard times, we must seize the opportunity to form a new union. Time to bury the hatchet. Don't you think?
Okay. Anyway. Uh, okay. Yep. Okay. And good enough. Uh. Oh, yeah. Right. I can just what's the um, shit. I'll leave it as it is. Um, when it comes to their hold on, I'm gonna send this link out actually. When it comes to the early videos that they made, I'd say we can pretty reasonably say what comes next um, is a major improvement. Yeah, major improvement. Uh, we're gonna we're gonna just toss that to the side though and focus on their child basically. Their I think that's really getting their name out there.
Let's get this workout.
Skibidi Toilet Multiverse 01. I'm going to be as unbiased as possible when reviewing this. Um, it's going to be difficult. As a fan, as probably the biggest fan of Skibidi Toilet, I just have to say this is probably like I don't say this lightly when I say that I think this series is like shouldn't watch it. I wouldn't really recommend it to anyone, but like I genuinely want the creators of this spinoff to improve because I do think there is some um there's potential. Uh they could if they really tried, I feel like they could be like they could honestly work with Glitch and they could make something fucking amazing. I know they could. I just know that they could. I think they're going to hate me that I'm swearing in this stream. So, I'm probably gonna knock it off there because I don't want them like canceling me for potentially being like a hater, quote unquote. Uh, 25 XP in what regard? Oh, chat stuff. I don't know anything about YouTube chat. Uh, if you're still here, Calico. Yeah, as I was saying, I wouldn't recommend. I wouldn't have recommended this to you, but we're reviewing it, so you're going to see it, and maybe you'll see why or hear why I don't really like this series. I couldn't I couldn't get it to work. I couldn't get it to display YouTube by itself, so I literally just have a browser open in OBS to to show this. So it looks a little crappy, and I hope that it's not cutting off any of the video, because I don't want to miss any details while I go through this. Hell yeah, Avi, hi. Uh, I'm a little nervous already. Okay, so yeah, is this? I need this to be as high quality as possible. We gotta have this peak. Um, this is peak. This is peak content right here. So already we have something very interesting here, and I wish I could pull up my notes while I'm writing. But we just start off. I'm assuming it has to be like around the time of like 59. Like they're in the area for it. So they're just standing there, and then they're suddenly jumped by a bunch of UFO toilets. There's a lot of them. Of course, this was before we knew anything about the Astros, so I can forgive that. And it's also a fan series; they can do whatever the hell they want. uh, so we're just, hmm. I don't know if I could say, uh, how do I put this? I don't know. We jump right into it. We jump right into the action. There's also a drill for whatever reason. I don't know why, but they drill into him, and then he pulls out one of those tiny things and tries to stab himself with it. Um, why does he do that? Is he trying to kill himself with that? Because I think there are several things he could have done instead. If he's reaching around and doing this, he could have just pulled it off. He could have just crushed its head and been done with it. uh, I was gonna say the quality, of course, it's not that great, but everyone has to start somewhere, and I can't say anything about it yet. It just we just started, so he still doesn't even look infected, by the way. Now, the Clockmen, pretty cool concept. I'll give it to them. Clockmen are cool, and their powers also cool. It's not. Oh, it's not really uh unique here though, because there's a lot of characters who have time powers. So, but introducing it into this universe, interesting. And as you might notice, it's not a first-person series like the original. It's a choice. I don't know if I like it. I kind of prefer it as a first person with the cameraman. It's like it's nice, but this is eh. Oh yeah, and then it's just from here on. It's just a compilation of oh oh no. It's just a it's oh oh that's not good. I wouldn't be surprised if someone watched this and thought everything here was all a part of it. Especially this. All of this here. Um, I couldn't blame them for thinking that that's all a part of that. Anyway, that's that's '01. They've introduced the Clockmen. Quality isn't that good, but they have room to improve. Why can I not see the more from Dom Studio? Okay, I just can't click that. Okay, fair enough. Um, fair enough. Uh, do they have a playlist? That might make my job much easier. I'm fearing that they won't have they the playlist won't have everything like the specials and the some of the shorts too also just have information put in there that you'd never know watching the original the videos themselves, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong about that. Giving them their ad revenue. Again, I want them to improve, and I'm supporting them. That's about as much revenue as you're going to get from me. Okay. That is kind of funny. and it's established they can run out of power if they use too much of it. So okay, I think we should be good. Someone just walked into my room with you. You wanted to know what happened, and it can't have that happening while I'm doing this. Right. Okay, where was I? Um, I don't understand what they're doing here. Is this supposed to be funny? What are they doing? E- like doing that, then does it slower. It's not like he's slowing him down or anything. I don't know. And they both just start doing that. I will say I do like that each of them have a different design. You can definitely tell them apart. That's nice. And immediately gives the impression that maybe there's not that many clockmen. That like the TV men in the original, there's very few of them, but there might be even less than that than there are in the original, which is like at least a couple hundred probably, if not just 100 of them. But this, it seems like it's just a small group, and I like that. And they do that. Cool, like yeah, regrowing the flower. That's cool. Why are they slapping each other? There's my answer. I don't know why the clocks use. I think that's Morse code. Why do they use that to communicate? I don't know if there's some like connection between like Morse code and clocks. Uh, the only possible connection I can make in my brain is I think that was something done in like Interstellar. Is this an Interstellar reference? I don't know. And suddenly there's just a whole army that pulled up outside. I don't know how they found them. Um, and that ends that. Oh yeah, I can just let the thing play through because I have the playlist now. Awesome. So we start off like after 59. Uh, the camera titan has now been infected. There's clockmen and to resist their powers, like the other races, they have a tool for that, which in this case, it's it's a watch, and there's very little of them. And why am I back to Multiverse 01? That what? What? Huh? Uh Simple enough. So this is just when you hear the name when you hear multiverse, when you read out the name of the series, you're going to assume that it's probably going to be about like a bunch of different like universes or alternate events. Um, my train of thought stopped there. Yeah, you think it's gonna be about all this stuff, and so far, this one universe, Titan Cameraman's been infected. There's these clockmen. Uh, I'll I'll continue this point as we go on because I can't just say it off the bat. I have to let it play out. Presumably, that is their Titan. The clockmen have a Titan, and the the Skibidi have arrived to the base, and they're looking at this Titan, and then suddenly time reverses to back before the first episode for some reason. Is this is this actually like a reverse time power, or is this showing us before um are we going to show that the Titan was around before or during episode 1 and 2, before and during? That is a scary. That's TV woman, right? Yeah, and she's got like a scythe. That I don't like that. Still a couple elements of of their previous work in there, and that just looks weird. This is one thing that unfortunately I've already seen the criticisms of, and I have to agree. This looks very strange. This design, I like. I mean, kind of like in a way, like it looks normal, but it doesn't. I don't know how Boom did it, but he made his mutants look weird, but also look like they work. uh, Maybe I shouldn't dwell on this if I don't know how to word it. But this guy looks funny. And here we have the Clock Titan. Uh, Looks cool. Definitely looks cool. And has these spinning time thingies, spinning clock thingies. Sorry. We got Big Ben. He's broken. I don't know. He's got like a freezing cannon. That's pretty cool. Then it has this alternate mode, which turns red, and now he appears frozen, but he does whatever that is. and shoots a green one. Okay, I could assume red might have been an overcharge, but this weird, like the runes he does, and then the green thing, as you'll see here, it suddenly like takes him over, and he has like yellow eyes now. I guess somehow he has some form of mind control, like reversing their thought process and who they think the enemy is. I don't know, something clever like that. Maybe, probably not. Something deep like that. He looks so silly. He looks so so butchered. In this, I thought this was like a part of him. He's just writing this and it never appears again. Whoa, they're gonna fight. The 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 chief scientist in his mech and the Titan Clockman are going to fight.
Co-pilot, let's make a meal plan for my 9-year-old. No.
There's a problem. There is a major problem here. For some reason, the the videos are all going in reverse. I don't know why. When I watch this, it goes here. When I watch this, it goes here. It's not going up. It's going down. That might make things a little harder. They're playing chess. So this, it's trying to present itself as like somewhat humorous. Alright, hey, he does look better. When I said they have room for improvement, they do. And there's the G toilet. He tries to control him, but he doesn't work on him. Wilhelm scream. Oh wait, there are more of those. Okay, at least two more appear. He wants to fight him. The chief clock says no. And he disappears. That was a little cool. But he gets left behind. As you saw, there was the introduction to a magnet toilet, which becomes important. Oh, I should probably just watch the season, shouldn't I? That might actually be a better idea. Is there secret scenes in the full seasons? In these early ones? I don't know. I don't want to end up missing them. All right, we'll watch the seasons. We'll go with that. I'm feeling awkward, but eventually I'm going to get into my spirit here. All right, so season 2. Scream I don't recognize. So the magnet toilet is able to interfere with the clockmen. Still, I don't understand the mind control that he has. The magnet toilets make sense, but not really the mind control clock powers. And yeah, I am indeed writing down all of this as I go. Most of this just like seems pointless to point out, and that's because like, well, I usually can't really find any like I usually can't think of many flaws for early episodes of shows and things like that. I have to see later stuff before I have ammunition to throw at it. Subject is injured. Weird way of referring to him. He can't find the parasite. That is like genuinely freaky. Like that actually is a really scary scene and disgusting. And I assume that's the intention, so praises to them there. That's disturbing and very sad. And, and they've defeated the Titan Clockman, but they're for some reason unable to use the drill to parasite him. Again, I don't know why they're using drills in this universe. I'm happy Titan Speaker Man blew that one up. That wasn't really funny. And those guys aren't funny. I'm only laughing because I think it's funny that they aren't funny. Also, the space design looks really weird. This doesn't feel like Skibidi Toilet at all. They appear before the... I don't remember this music. They appear before the smoke even appears. That's a criticism. I'll have a real a real critique at the start, kind of the first real critique. They appear before the smoke even like appears. It looks like they stand there and then warp away before we see that they've just arrived. It's like, it's weird and trips me up every single time. And of course, we gotta show our women characters are very strong. So she was able to do what that one guy couldn't, and she's gloating about it. Well, okay, not gloating, but How the clocks are able to see that tablet, I have no idea. Okay, this good, genuinely good. This is horrifying. I'm not quite sure how he remembers what happened to him, but I'm not gonna question that. And they kill him anyway. Which yeah, that's to be expected. They would do that anyway. It's always how interrogations and torture go. I don't understand what our POV is. What what are these? Hold on. Like genuinely, what is in front of us right now? Are these supposed to be plungers? Why are they not colored? It goes fast and it loses one. Does it again, loses the other. And for some reason, this Skibidi has fireworks. Like, at least have like actual firework explosions. It might as well have just been missiles. It didn't really add anything. I love that. I love this scene, and I love that is creative. And I really wish he was able to actually do that in the like original series, and I hope he's able to. Uh, if well, okay, he won't probably won't need to be able to do that anymore, but like that's pretty creative. I don't know if he could turn them all the way there, all the way to do that, but it I like that, and it's in my head constantly. I'm thinking like when whenever he's about to get infected, why don't you just do this? Like that would, it'd be so easy to defend yourself. Uh, Instead, we have so many fan maids where he's shit on all the time. Anyway, that is good. That is a good scene. I'll give that to them. And okay, him having the protection from of Titan Cameraman's core, like it's fine for him to get it. I wouldn't say I'd give him the same exact model, but I'll excuse that. They're drill men, and they've joined the alliance. And now I can probably start to say that if you haven't noticed already, despite the name of this series, it's not really about the multiverse, more so just an alternate universe where A, Titan Cameraman has been infected, B, there are clockmen, and C, there are now drillmen. It's not really, and if it's like these characters are all these things are coming from like different universes, that's not implied so far. If that's the case, but so far you would think like all these different things should happen in different universes, but no. So far, it's all happening in the same universe. All these different characters. This pretty amateurish writing here. Get ready for your next mission. Mission type rescue. Also, don't know how he sees that. music. Okay, apparently I didn't really remember how many times the series is first person, but for the most part, it seems first person, but eventually gets more third person as we progress. That much I know for certain. Yeah, like this is third person perspective. And here we have the Drill Titan. That is a good power. Also, I guess. I need to make sure I'm actually able to be heard. Let me look this in my own stream. Yeah, I nailed it. Oh, did I miss it? The he seems pretty agitated by sound waves, which I'm assuming is some like that might actually be accurate to actual drills. I don't know. Not smart enough to know. That's season 2. That was the first 9 episodes. Alright. Season 3. Again, as I said, as we progress, I'll have more to actually, like... I'll actually have more things to critique, and this will be less of a boring stream, where I'm just pointing out the obvious. That is the cleanest cut, by the way. I thought he was just phasing right through him. And I mean, he is. That's how the animation is done. But, like, damn. Skibidi using chainsaws like this, a mutant Skibidi using a chainsaw like this is so is so bizarre. Warning TV appearance. So they're somehow able to know when the TV men are going to appear. Another establishing thing that they have going for themselves. They gained access to the watches. They have magnets, and they're able to know when TVs appear or are going to appear. Yeah, that was deserved. That I can't even find anything to say about that. I think that's just like that was good. That was good. Just flipping him off and he's like so insulted. This is this is an okay fight scene. I don't see any problems with it. found the Clock Titan. I really don't know what she was expecting. Nor do I know how she's trying to propel herself out of... Oh yeah, I've forgotten. For some reason, the glitch mobile having ice powers, and oh, the plungers are blue for whatever reason. I'm assuming those are the ice plungers. How they froze the weapons of his. It's out of place though. Also, Plunger Man looks so weird. Why does he look like that? There's these things. Not quite sure what they do. I'm assuming these are like meant to. I'm assuming those were meant to like restore him back to normal, but that didn't work. I'm assuming it's because of that guy. For some reason, they affect the clocks before they even appear. That's smart. That's smart. That's a good use of physics there and stuff. I really doubt he'd be able to carry him. And then, one of the major problems with this series, the secret agents of this series. I don't know what to call them. I'll just call them the secret agents. Elite Clockman and ISO. I believe that's ISO. I don't remember. Him being the simp for Speaker Woman. Thus, there's the context for why that just happened. I love that the drill um Titan is such a small little guy. He's like very impish, little goblin guy. And now something fell off my room for just saying that. That's a very scary power, but also a really cool power. He has a lens on, but sure, she can do this, and also she can do this. She's powerful enough to do this to hypnotize him, I guess. And as we've established before, the parasite is deep, deep inside of him, so they are drilling it out right now. Which, yeah, I suppose maybe that makes sense. It was like all the way up to his head. I really feel like it like disconnected all his wires and shit to get in there. Uh, but no, I guess there's no other problems here. He just got disconnected. Titan Cameron's still alive. was cool, I guess. I like that. I like this. I remember a time. I do remember the time that, like, this was the most recent episode. I do remember those times and how nostalgic I am getting, and how I didn't know how much this series would improve and how much it would also dig itself into a deeper hole. I don't know how they expect that to work. I'll appreciate any series that has him do that has him doing that more. That has any speaker man doing that more. He he charges up like he's about to ram like really fast at him, but he doesn't even go that much faster than he was already going. Yeah, we got Titan Cameraman, Rage Mode. And it seems they're defending the Clock Titan, who for some reason is just out in the open. Don't know why. He's an angry boy. Don't don't know how he would have stopped to look at them. They didn't make any
With
noises to
Asana,
tell him to
AI
stop.
teammates are here to help keep work on track.
You know what? I think I actually have a way to
Try it for free. Sometimes it can feel like there's no way out of treatment-resistant
I feel like
depression.
how many people are going to
You
be
take one antidepressant
watching
after
this
another,
stream
and they're
unless
not working for you. It's like you're
I actually tell people that I'm streaming, which I haven't done much. And oh, I hope they don't see the earlier stuff that I just said because they're gonna hate that I've been swearing and stuff.
for at
Okay,
least 2 hours.
so oh yeah, right, still going. There's that, and oh yeah, I forgot. It might watching the full seasons might be a problem because there might not be the same. There might not be captions on it like in the full the episodes. So whatever he's saying here, I don't remember what it was, so I might actually have to like go through that. If they even provided captions. No, they didn't. They didn't provide captions. Of course they didn't. All right. I'll have to I'll have to ask someone later what what they even said there. Probably not important to the plot overall though, so I think we should be okay. So if I remember correctly, we're on 12, I think. So upcoming here should be 13. I recognize that IO drill from anywhere. I don't know why screwing something in on the back there somehow, like, what, sharpens his drill? Also, that the texturing, so poly. It's like they use the terrain tool in Subnautica. Also, this battle. Okay, I actually have to lock in here and actually focus. Um, this is a this is definitely a cluttered battle. A lot of things are happening. That's not necessarily bad. It's not a bad thing, I guess. I don't know. Um, that kick is that's something. And if you thought a Skibidi mutant with a chainsaw was strange, which you could argue it's actually kind of cool, this one has a bat and he is trying to strangle this cameraman. I feel like that's not going to work unless you're trying to snap his head off. He's dead. Doesn't matter. They also have white eyes, which is weird. Why do they have white eyes? White, like, ghostly white eyes? Bullets also apparently do work in this universe. Oh, yeah. What's that say? Skibidi Laboratory Base 4. So happy they labeled it. I'd say that's pretty cool. That mutant was just driving a car and just abandons it. Probably the coolest character in the entire series. Sad he never comes back. At least as far as I know, he doesn't. And again, the ice plungers, it doesn't. It's a very strange power to give him. I feel like he could just use the speed and like his ability to decapitate, and that would be good enough. And again, welcome our problem of the series, one of our main problems anyway. The secret agents, the YouTuber cameos. Skibidi Apocalypse, and this is a twist. I think that's I think that's Moby. Uh, so they're like, I'm sorry. Like they're trying. There was text before they get him to. I'm trying to see what it was. No spoilers. So they're trying to keep something secret. This Skibidi Apocalypse thing a secret, and they're wording this as if it's some kind of show. So we literally have these creators being a part of this universe and kind of breaks the fourth wall in a way. Also, he is a incinerator TV beam, but I mean TV woman has that, so like why not? Right. So let's see. End of season 3. Uh, as we've established, it's going to keep going down for some reason, so I have to manually select each and every one of these.
Take 40% off
Hobby
fall
Lobby.
now at Hobby Lobby. From festive tables to cozy kitchens. Shop Hobby Lobby's fall collection and make your next gathering one to remember. Save 40% on fall today at Hobby Lobby.
When your severe asthma says you can't, Tespire says you can. Tespire is an add-on treatment.
I feel like all of that is very unnecessary. I also don't know what who sent that. I don't know. The later episodes, uh, I don't remember. There's an explanation for it. Again, for some reason, a banshee UFO toilet. I guess. Don't know if that's actually what it's called. Oh, these are acid rockets. But I still don't know why they look like fireworks. I'm pretty sure in the original series, we've never seen a character just rip them out like that. I'm curious how, like, long their necks can get. Oh, speaking of rage mode, literal rage mode, where his lens turns red to indicate anger. Clever. Also don't know why Titan Speakerman's main diaphragm thing is pinkish, but whatever. Also, they're they're the same size. I don't like that. Wait. Oh, okay. I thought it was like some like missing texture stuff. But no, that's just a drill. That's just normal. Those are dots or whatever. Retreat, trap. I still don't remember who ends up sending this message. But someone's clearly looking out for them. I can believe that Titan Speakerman would be able to carry him. Titan Cameraman would be able to carry Titan Speakerman. They're retreating, but the Drill Titan won't. Exciting incident that keeps our protagonist here from being able to leave with the rest. Hasn't stopped all of them, by the way. Some of them are still coming. Some of them could still come and do something. I mean, they're small. They can't really do much against him. And again, we're shown that he doesn't like the speakers, and they're upsetting him. He does this. Now he's got the clock gun. And Willy Wonka appears with lava. I do like that. I'm not entirely sure why it has clock stuff built on it. I guess to make it immune to that freezing that the rest of the body had happen to it. But it flies away, which is interesting. Alright. So this. And those two missiles. Okay. Another critique here. These fly up. There's the sirens, and they're literally giving time for him to escape. Just blow up.
Co-pilot,
Just
let's
like
make a meal plan for
blow
my
up
9-year-old.
there, and you
No
could have
peanut.
actually done some
Good
damage.
things.
So that was basically like a trap.
Plan to keep lunchtime
He has a
stress-free.
self-destruct. He's not gonna go out that easily. That's interesting. Oh yeah, and yeah, PV sadly dies. Uh, silly quality explosion effect. Also, youch. I don't know how he didn't knock that one straight into him. Somehow that mutant is still alive. Again, they look strange and have yellow, not yellow. I keep wanting to say yellow eyes. I keep having white eyes. And he's still alive. That's cool. I feel like it looked like the bus should have been long over the bridge, though. Illusion. I never thought about that. It's just an illusion. It's just a time illusion. That's all. And of course, leads there. It'd be fine. These cameos would be fine if they're just in the background. But they're major characters, and I kind of don't like that. Titan Clockman is unavailable, repairing. Titan Camera is unavailable. He's getting upgrades. Titan Speaker Man as well. Repairing. And Titan TV Man has a secret mission. So basically, they have no one available right now to help them. And then this, for whatever reason, which looks like purple or violet like effects, by the way. You thinking like, oh, the TV men get access to the clock powers? Maybe? No, that's not. It's not it. It's just purple for whatever reason. And then there's this. And they look at him. So clearly, like we're like, who's that guy? Apparently, the implication is they think it's him, or like a future version of him. That's already like context you can kind of glean from that, I suppose. Or they're like, is that your brother or something? I don't know. There's this guy. Nightmare Street. That's what you get for going to Nightmare Street. I don't why like we see the monster, yet the monster goes off screen to tear apart some guys, and we see its shadow. for some reason, somehow that guy blows up. Oh, because he has rockets. I guess so. This should be the moment we actually see the monster, in this situation. But no, he already showed himself to us like twice. That is, oh, I don't like that. That is not. That is really bad design. And what? That nail, that nail just exploded, and it was a really puny explosion too. She is a baddie though. I'm not gonna lie. She's kind of cute. So good job on them for making a woman character that I do like. And for some reason, it's freaking out and not still trying to attack her, even though I'm sure it can hear her just fine. She drills. I'm assuming whatever protection was on the flusher and pulls it out, and it's dead. I'm afraid of the laser beam that makes you high. There is no such thing as a laser beam that makes you high. The laser beam that makes you high.
Bruh, this stupid device. Now what?
Oh, what a weird looking device.
Alright, y'all, listen to me. I've come in peace. I don't mean harm. Hey, yo,
Just Cozy. My rival is in this series. That wouldn't be bad for a cameo. Like, actually, I think it wouldn't be that bad if he were just like, if he were like the Michael Jackson of of the multiverse series, where like they just have him as like a cameo, like celeb, I guess. That's probably not the word you could use for him, but that's what I consider him. Uh, like he could be like a fun addition to like their own form of like G Squad or something, but no, he's like a part of this like very strange plot that we end up seeing going forward. And I know I'm trying to keep as many of those thoughts away as possible because I'm trying to see this as a each episode is giving us more and more information about the world and how it works. And I'm trying to put it together and trying to see if there's any inconsistencies, uh, applauding what I like and condemning a few things I don't. That was season 4. Uh, if I were streaming, if I were able to properly stream this, you would hear me typing away. You would hear me just typing away at my keyboard as I watch this, writing down everything. Uh, it's like his fingers are definitely in his eyes. Oh, I don't like that. His eyes are perfectly fine. They just clip through, and then he's kicked the glass. Oh, okay, yeah. Where Camera Woman's POV. And I feel like that guy's arm should have been ripped off. She did grab him by the arm, right? I'm not gonna go back and check that. But I feel like some limb would be chopped off. And wait, what? Why? Why is this like? Why is this Why is this like frozen over, like low poly? It's weird. Again, the white eyes. I don't know why they have white eyes. I do like that. That is cool, and I like the effects. And I like that she wipes it away. That is good. Skibidi Base 3. They just they have it written out. They're just announcing their location at this point. And some people like me might like really like that they're having more Skibidi that use teleportation, but if they keep it up, it's just gonna be like repetitive, and there's gonna be too many that can do it. Like the whole thing is like the TV men can do it, and the shock was that a few of the Skibidi were able to figure it out, but it should be a rare thing. It shouldn't be like constant, and that most of them can do it. You know, it really makes the teleportation seem less menacing and less unique and just not as cool overall. That definitely looks to me like a something that would have actually appeared in the original series. Because of that one speaker, man. The timeline has changed forever, and things will never be the same again. He's dead. I'm not quite sure how to feel about this design, like this armor design. I don't know how to feel about it. Like it's clearly just like trying to add some like protection, durability to Titan Speaker Man. Um, the only addition I can see um, is very interesting is the claws on the cannons make them double as melee weapons, which is cool. And they can do that, and that's pretty cool. But also at the same time, I don't think he would have the strength to pull enemies close like that, and they could easily turn it against him and use those chains to pull him around. So like in the original series, if he got something like that, they'd have to be like chains that have their own like weird like gravity pull or something. That way they don't like he doesn't have to use his own strength to pull at them, and he can't be easily pulled by other enemies or something. I don't know. I guess I guess what I'm saying is like these are cool, but not really. But they don't work on him. They're not really fitting of a Titan Speaker Man and what he's meant to be. Uh, as the fast and agile, but not really strong or durable Titan. And I guess the armor doesn't work in that regard either. And who knows how the original series is going to handle all that. I can't blame people for making most of the designs like really bulky and like strong because it's really hard to imagine how he would get upgraded. Um, without things like that, but I'm sure it's possible. And it has to be possible. I think that's Morse code right there. I don't know what that translates to. And at that point, just have a sign for whatever that says. Which one's me, chat? Definitely the one on the left. Um, yeah, there being bodies, toilet bodies on the floor implies that there are cannibal toilets, or the toilets can be cannibals. I'm assuming that's what this is supposed to be.
Go to the
This
website
one's
and
like a
learn.
weird cannibal
With Wix.
toilet that escaped confinement
For your words,
in base 3. Cool, you caught one bullet. Didn't catch that though. Them again. And I mean, I do like the is spear, I guess, and I was able to pull it right back, and I like the floating mouse cursor, um, which I believe is part of Moby's design. I could be wrong about that. Hold on, I want to make sure. That's 3 different YouTubers. Yeah, it's Moby. Okay. Whatever that was. Hold on. My mic back on? About to find out. Yeah, it is. Okay. So, um, right back to it. TV woman is reading the Skibidi Apocalypse thing. And they're not gonna kill her. Probably because she's like a main character. So they can't do that. And she's scanning it, which is weird. She's TV, but sure, she scanned it. She used the scan beam. She used the scan screen, scanned it, and sent the file. Why do they have the doors open? Doesn't seem like a very good idea. I'm not quite sure what to say to this. Just duck under him? Because he doesn't have anything to kill you there. I see no reason to be afraid. Also, average British person. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that. Nice core. Nice, totally. That's totally a drill. You're not hiding that. It's a drill. That's the Dark Lord's body. That's just Devoff's power armor mech thing. That's just his suit. It's just his suit. They didn't even add that much more onto it. I feel like you could just like you could splice more things together to Also, hold on. Is that's supposed to be like a scar on his face? I do like that. If that's supposed to be the what it is. Oh, muted. This that guy would have been okay as like a one-time thing, but no, we get an introduction to characters that it doesn't really make sense why they were made at all. We have like these like circus clowns, Skibidi, and it doesn't make any sense why they exist. Also, that's so bad. That also he loves clowns. He loves clowns. That's why he made it actually. This is so bad that like the hair is not attached to the head. It's like clipping through. That's so bad. I don't like those guys. Okay. They just added this because the clowns are scary. And they are. They just added it for a cheap scare factor. But also he just loves clouds. And that's white smoke. That's just regular dust. That wasn't even a smoke cloud. That wasn't even TV teleportation. What was that? Circus. They should definitely be able to see him. I like that though. I like the pen that makes you invisible. All right. The useless clown editions can now perish. They had no purpose being added. This is just like one episode and 2 episodes they appear and doesn't make any sense. Just random clown arc in the middle of the series.
Repair my hair after hair coloring? Does that even exist?
Oh, yes, it does.
Improved rub-on color soap.
I really don't know what this guy was thinking was gonna happen. I do like that though. Just screaming at him between each punch. Oh yeah, right. The armor somehow lets him resist being frozen by the clock clock cannon. Turns out in this universe, his boyfriend is a clown, not Jimmy. Actually, I think this is a third episode. I don't remember. So that's 3 episodes where we have these weird clowns for some reason. Like these just could be just regular like hammers and explosives and speakers, like and like acid. It doesn't mean anything. Do not know how he managed to dodge that in time. Clearly, it really. This is showing what kind of series this is. This is way more like cinematic and third person fighting rather than the first person type of fighting that we get in the original. It's definitely your average action series, action scene. And again, why does the hair do that? That's so weird. Oh, right, yeah, that. Also, that. Give that to you. I'll give that to them. At Dom Studio, that clever, and that's clever to get the lens off of him. For some reason, though, it doesn't work when he goes rage mode, and he can just go rage mode while he's being affected by the red screen. And even though this guy grew his head back before when it was like chopped off or crushed or whatever, I think that's what happens. No, his head literally blew up. Uh, that got burned to a skeleton, but he's not gonna regenerate again for some reason. Classic trope of characters shooting something and not continuing to shoot. That's where Kylo Ren was was a good character. He kept telling them to shoot Luke Skywalker. That's pretty cool too. Again, why are they clowns? Why are they clowns? I don't know. They could just be regular like acid explosive barrel kamikazes, and it wouldn't. This wouldn't be much different. Round shield that can only be formed when you have two of those whatever in them. Uh, Amplifiers or something. And against my better judgment, I would think I would like this is supposed to be the third person camera looking at a regular sized person. But all I would normally see when I think of Skibidi Toilet is we're in a first person perspective, and this is a really tiny character. He's like ant sized, but no, apparently he's normal sized. He's like a normal sized character, so it's weird. You might think he's small at first, so I'm gonna uh critique that. That's a critique of mine. He looks like he's an ant character. It's like a weird. He's a very weird camera character for some reason special. And for whatever reason, they're trying to blow up Big Ben. Which, them trying to save it implies that it's special in some way. So that's another thing you can get out of this. Oh yeah, magnet toilets are not affected by the clock towers. Other thing, I just thought like the 4 times pause while they're out that they can prevent it from happening. But I guess somehow the magnets just keep flowing. The magnetic fields just keep flowing even when the time powers are doing their thing. So
Stop. Whoa, cat lady. Time out.
hmm. I just realized that I said technically problems instead of technical problems. Start boom, stop boom. Uh, like with the writing on the tablets and stuff. It's not very serious professional writing. So again, this series is supposed to have like some semblance of like just it's supposed to be a humorous series somewhat. I wonder if you press the first button, will it just go back to normal? Also, cool of them to be clever enough to not create a device that turns it off for whatever reason. Oh, she has like a weird like mannequin neck. Interesting. It's around this point that things take a turn for the series into like the second arc, I'd call it. I unfortunately have to end the stream, so yeah, there's some things for you to think about. I guess don't know if they helped. I was definitely planning to say more than that.